I want to begin today with a truth that very few men talk about, yet it quietly affects millions of lives. After the age of 50, nearly 4 out of 10 men suffer from low testosterone. By the time men reach the age of 60, that number rises to more than half. This is not just about energy or strength. Low testosterone has been linked to heart disease, fragile bones, high blood pressure, diabetes, depression, and even early death. Think about it for a moment. Every year, thousands of men over 50 lose their vitality, not because of aging alone, but because their testosterone quietly fades away without them even realizing it. They feel tired, they lose interest in intimacy, they start gaining weight around the belly, their sleep becomes restless, and their confidence slowly disappears. The man who once felt strong and capable suddenly feels weak, anxious, and disconnected from life. If you have ever looked in the mirror and felt like you no longer recognize the man staring back at you, you are not alone. Millions of men feel the same. The problem is that very few talk about it. Most men stay silent, believing that this decline is normal, something they must simply accept. But the truth is different. There are natural ways to restore your energy, your strength, and your sense of self. Low testosterone does not only affect the body. It reaches into your relationships, your work, your happiness. Many men confess that they feel distant from their partners, less motivated at work, and more irritable with their families. Some even say they feel invisible, as if life has passed them by. The pain is not always physical. Often it is emotional, deep, and silent. This is why I am here with you today. I do not want you to suffer in silence. I want you to know that there is hope. And that hope may begin with something as simple as a vitamin that most men have never heard of. A vitamin that could naturally help your body produce testosterone again, giving you back the strength, the drive, and the vitality you thought you had lost forever. So let me ask you, my friend, how old are you, and what is your current health situation? Please write your age and your condition in the comments. I read every comment, and in my next videos, I will create content that speaks directly to your needs. This channel is not only about information. It is about support, about real men sharing their struggles and finding solutions together. Before we go deeper, I want you to stay with me until the end of this video, because what I am about to share could change the way you see your health and your future. If you are over 50 or if you love someone who is, this message matters. Today, I will reveal the unknown vitamin that science shows can trigger your body to produce testosterone naturally. But I will not just tell you the name. I will explain how it works, why it is so powerful, and how you can safely use it to improve your life. Stay with me, because this journey is not only about numbers or statistics. It is about you, about reclaiming the strength, the energy, and the confidence that every man deserves, no matter his age. Let us take a moment to truly understand testosterone. Many people think of it only as the hormone of masculinity, the thing that drives sexual desire. But the truth is, testosterone is far more than that. It is a foundation of a man's overall health, especially after the age of 50. Testosterone is produced mainly in the testicles and in small amounts by the adrenal glands. From the time you are a teenager, testosterone helps shape your body and mind. It builds muscle, strengthens bones, deepens your voice, grows your beard, and fuels your energy. But it does not stop there. It also affects your heart, your brain, your blood, even your mood. In short, testosterone is a central part of being a healthy man. When levels are balanced, men feel alive. They have strong muscles, steady energy, a clear mind, and healthy desire. They sleep better, recover faster after exercise, and feel motivated in daily life. Testosterone is not just about intimacy. It is about vitality, the drive to get out of bed in the morning and take on the world. But what happens when testosterone begins to decline? Starting around the age of 30, testosterone levels begin to fall by about 1% each year. By the time a man reaches 50 or 60, that decline becomes obvious. Energy drops, muscles weaken, fat builds up, memory feels foggy, sleep becomes restless. Some men even feel as if the light inside them has dimmed. Doctors now know that low testosterone is linked to much more than just fatigue or loss of desire. It is tied to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, brittle bones, and even depression. That is why this hormone matters so much. It is not only about feeling young, it is about protecting your long-term health and preventing disease. Let me put it this way. Testosterone is like the engine of a car. If the engine is strong, the car runs smoothly, with power and efficiency. But if the engine weakens, every part of the car suffers. The wheels may still turn, the lights may still shine, but the ride will no longer be the same. And here is the most important truth. Low testosterone is not an unavoidable destiny. Yes, it is common, but it does not have to define the rest of your life. There are natural, safe ways to encourage your body to produce more of it, even after 50. One of those ways, which very few people know about, is through a simple vitamin that science is finally beginning to appreciate. So, as we continue, keep in mind that testosterone is not just a hormone, it is a lifeline. And the more you understand it, the better prepared you will be to protect your health, your relationships, and your future. Now that we understand how important testosterone is, let us talk about the signals your body may already be giving you. Low testosterone does not arrive all at once. It creeps in slowly, quietly, and often men do not notice until the changes are undeniable. One of the first signs is a decline in sexual desire. You may find yourself less interested in intimacy, even when emotionally you still want closeness. For many men, this change feels confusing and even embarrassing. But it is not about willpower or love. It is about hormones that are no longer supporting your body the way they once did. Another sign is unexplained weight gain, especially around the belly. You might be eating the same as always, but suddenly your waistline grows. This happens because testosterone helps regulate fat distribution. When levels drop, fat accumulates more easily, while muscle becomes harder to maintain. Speaking of muscle, many men with low testosterone notice weakness. Climbing stairs feels harder, carrying groceries feels heavier, and workouts no longer bring the same results. You may also notice your arms and legs looking thinner, while your stomach grows larger. Hair loss is another common warning sign. Some thinning of hair is normal with age, but low testosterone can make it worse. Skin may also become drier, and wounds may take longer to heal. Then there is sleep. Many men struggle with restless nights, waking up often, or feeling tired even after a full night in bed. Some develop sleep apnea, a condition where breathing stops and starts during the night. Poor sleep only makes testosterone decline faster, creating a vicious cycle. But perhaps the most painful changes are emotional. Men with low testosterone often feel irritable, anxious, or down. Small problems feel bigger than they are. Motivation fades, confidence slips away. Some describe it as living in a fog where joy and drive used to be. It is important to understand that these signs are not random. They are your body's way of calling for help. Many men brush them off, saying, "It is just age." But age alone is not the full story. Low testosterone is a real condition, and recognizing the signs early can make all the difference. So, my friend, if you have noticed changes in your energy, your body, your sleep, or your mood, do not ignore them. They may be the very signals pointing you toward the solution. We will talk about soon, a solution that begins with an overlooked vitamin that can help your body recover what it has lost. By now, you may be wondering, why does testosterone drop so sharply as we get older? Age is part of the story, but it is not the only reason. In fact, there are several common causes that work together, slowly pulling down your levels year after year. The first and most natural cause is simply aging. Starting in the 30s, the body produces a little less testosterone each year. By the 50s or 60s, that slow decline adds up. For some men, the drop is gentle, but for others it is steep, leaving them struggling with fatigue, weight gain, and low drive. Another major cause is diet. The modern diet often lacks the essential nutrients the body needs to make hormones. Fast food, processed snacks, and sugary drinks provide calories, but not the vitamins and minerals that testosterone production depends on. Without those building blocks, your body cannot keep the engine running. Lack of movement is another big factor. When we stop exercising, our muscles weaken, fat increases, and testosterone falls even faster. Studies show that men who stay active, especially with strength training, tend to keep healthier levels of testosterone for longer. On the other hand, sitting for hours every day sends a message to the body that it no longer needs to produce as much. Alcohol and smoking also play a role. Both can interfere with hormone production. Heavy drinking damages the liver, which is important for regulating hormones, while smoking reduces blood flow and oxygen delivery, which the body needs to stay balanced. Stress may be the most silent cause of all. When you are under constant stress, your body produces high levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol directly competes with testosterone. The more stress you carry, the less testosterone your body can make. That is why many men notice their energy and drive collapsing during periods of heavy work or personal struggles. Medical conditions can add to the problem as well. Obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, and sleep apnea all put stress on the body, reducing its ability to produce hormones. In fact, researchers now know that men with belly fat are far more likely to have low testosterone, creating a cycle that is hard to break. The good news is that while you cannot stop aging, you can influence most of these other factors. What you eat, how you move, how you rest, and how you handle stress all make a difference. And soon, we will talk about a simple vitamin that could give your body the boost it needs to restart natural testosterone production. Up to this point, we have talked about the problems of low testosterone, the warning signs, and the causes. Now it is time to move into hope, into the solution that very few people know about. There is a vitamin, often overlooked, that plays a central role in your body's ability to produce testosterone. Many men have never heard of it, and yet studies show that without it, your hormone production slows down dramatically. This vitamin is not a drug. It is not an artificial hormone. It is something your body actually needs every single day to function at its best. So what is this mysterious vitamin? It is vitamin D. You might be surprised, because most people think of vitamin D only as the bone vitamin. Doctors often mention it in connection with calcium and bone strength, but in reality, vitamin D is much more powerful. It acts almost like a hormone itself, influencing hundreds of processes in your body, including the way testosterone is made. Here is how it works. Vitamin D receptors are found throughout the male reproductive system, including in the testes, where testosterone is produced. When vitamin D levels are high enough, these receptors are activated, signaling the body to increase hormone production. But when vitamin D is low, those signals weaken, and testosterone levels fall. Modern research confirms this. In one large study, men with sufficient vitamin D had significantly higher testosterone than those who were deficient. Another clinical trial showed that men who took vitamin D supplements for a year saw a boost in both total and free testosterone, along with improvements in muscle and energy. The problem is that vitamin D deficiency is incredibly common. In fact, it is estimated that more than half of adults over 50 in the United States do not get enough. Why? Because the primary source of vitamin D is sunlight, and as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at producing it. On top of that, many people spend most of their time indoors, covered with clothing, or using sunscreen, which blocks the sun's rays. Food can provide some vitamin D, but not nearly enough for most men. Fatty fish like salmon or mackerel, egg yolks, and fortified dairy products contain small amounts. Still, without sunlight or supplementation, levels drop dangerously low. What makes vitamin D so fascinating is that its benefits go far beyond testosterone. When you restore your vitamin D, you also strengthen your bones, improve your immune system, reduce inflammation, and even support brain health. But for men over 50, its effect on testosterone can feel like a second chance at vitality. Imagine waking up with more energy, feeling stronger in your muscles, having a sharper mind, and reconnecting with your partner on a deeper level. That is the power of something as simple as correcting a vitamin deficiency. Now, this does not mean that vitamin D is a magic cure. It is not a switch you flip overnight, but when combined with healthy living, it becomes a powerful ally. It gives your body the raw material it needs to fight back against the silent decline of testosterone. So the question is, are you getting enough vitamin D? If you are over 50, the answer is likely no. And that is why understanding this mysterious vitamin could be the first step toward reclaiming your strength, your confidence, and your men's health. Stay with me, because next we will explore the many benefits you can expect when your body finally has the vitamin D it needs. Now that you know the secret behind the mysterious vitamin, let us talk about what happens when you actually restore your levels. When vitamin D is where it should be, the benefits ripple through your body, touching every part of your life. The first and most noticeable change for many men is an improvement in sexual health. Testosterone is the key hormone behind desire, performance, and confidence in intimacy. Men who correct their vitamin D deficiency often report a stronger drive, firmer function, and a renewed sense of connection with their partners. It is not just about the physical side. It is about feeling alive again, in a way that many thought was gone forever. Another powerful benefit is the preservation of muscle mass. Testosterone works like a builder in your body, helping you keep lean, strong muscles. With higher levels, your workouts feel more effective, and daily activities become easier. Carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or even playing with grandchildren can feel lighter and more natural. And with stronger muscles comes better balance and protection against falls, which is especially important as we age. At the same time, vitamin D and testosterone together help reduce excess fat, especially belly fat. Many men who raise their levels notice their waistline shrinking and their body composition shifting back towards strength instead of storage. This not only improves appearance but also lowers the risk of heart disease and diabetes. Sleep is another area that improves. Men with healthier testosterone often fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling refreshed. Deep, restorative sleep is when your body repairs itself, strengthens your immune system, and restores energy. Better sleep also means a calmer mood, less anxiety, and more focus during the day. Your bones benefit too. Vitamin D works hand in hand with calcium to keep bones dense and strong. Combined with testosterone, it reduces the risk of fractures and osteoporosis, problems that silently affect millions of older men. Strong bones mean freedom, independence, and confidence in moving through life without fear. Beyond the physical, many men describe a shift in their mood and mental clarity. Higher testosterone has been linked to better memory, sharper concentration, and a more positive outlook. Depression and irritability often fade when the body has the hormones it needs to stay balanced. So when you think about vitamin D and testosterone, do not just imagine a single improvement. Think about a chain reaction that lifts your entire life. More energy, stronger muscles, less fat, deeper sleep, sharper mind, better mood, stronger bones, and a healthier heart. It is amazing to realize that one small change correcting a simple vitamin deficiency can give you such wide-reaching results. This is why I call it the most powerful unknown vitamin for men's health after 50. Next, let us talk about where you can actually find this vitamin in your everyday foods, and how you can start making small changes to support your body naturally. Now that you understand how important vitamin D is for testosterone and overall men's health, the next question is simple: where can you get it? While sunlight is the main natural source, there are also certain foods that can help you raise your levels. Let us begin with fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, and tuna are among the richest natural sources of vitamin D. Just 2 servings of salmon per week can make a noticeable difference. These fish also provide omega-3 fatty acids, which are excellent for heart and brain health. Eggs are another easy and affordable option. The yolk is where vitamin D is stored, so if you have been avoiding yolks and only eating egg whites, you are missing out. 1 or 2 eggs a day can provide a healthy boost, along with protein and other essential nutrients. Dairy products can also help. Milk, yogurt, and cheese are often fortified with vitamin D. This means that the vitamin is added during processing. Check the labels, and you will see how much you are getting per serving. Fortified dairy not only supports hormone health but also strengthens bones when combined with calcium. Mushrooms are a surprising plant-based source. Certain mushrooms, especially those exposed to ultraviolet light, naturally produce vitamin D, much like our skin does. Adding mushrooms to soups, salads, or stir-fries is an easy way to get more. Some cereals, orange juice, and plant-based milks like almond or soy milk are also fortified with vitamin D. For men who do not eat much fish or dairy, these can be convenient daily options. However, it is important to remember that food alone may not always be enough. To reach healthy testosterone-supporting levels, most men over 50 need a combination of foods, regular safe sun exposure, and sometimes supplementation. Still, building these vitamin-rich foods into your daily diet is a powerful step. The key is consistency. A single serving once in a while will not transform your health. But making vitamin D-rich foods part of your weekly routine can, over time, lift your levels, support your testosterone, and improve your overall vitality. Next, let us talk about supplements when they are needed, how much to take, and how to do it safely. Even with the best diet, most men over 50 still do not get enough vitamin D. Sunlight helps, but with age, the skin becomes less efficient at producing it. That is why many experts recommend supplementation as a safe and reliable way to restore healthy levels. The first step is knowing your current level. A simple blood test can measure vitamin D. Ideally, you want your levels to be in the sufficient range, not too low and not too high. If your doctor tells you that you are deficient, then supplementation can make a big difference. So, how much should you take? For most adults, between 1,000 and 2,000 international units per day is a safe and effective dose. Some men with severe deficiencies may need more, but that decision should always be guided by a healthcare professional. Taking extremely high doses for long periods can be harmful, so balance is key. When choosing a supplement, look for vitamin D3, also called cholecalciferol. This is the natural form your body produces from sunlight, and it is more effective at raising and maintaining levels compared to vitamin D2. Many supplements combine vitamin D3 with oil, which helps absorption, since vitamin D is fat-soluble. It is also wise to take your supplement with a meal that contains healthy fats, such as avocado, nuts, or olive oil. This ensures better absorption. Some men wonder if supplements are safe if they already have conditions like heart disease, high blood pressure, or diabetes. In most cases, vitamin D is not only safe but also beneficial. Still, it is always best to discuss with your doctor before starting, especially if you are on medication or have chronic health issues. The key point is this: supplementation is not a quick fix. It works gradually, restoring your vitamin D levels over weeks and months. But once your levels are stable, you may notice steady improvements in your energy, mood, muscle strength, and even intimacy. Think of supplementation as giving your body the missing ingredient it needs to unlock testosterone production again. Combined with a healthy lifestyle, it can truly transform your men's health after 50. Next, we will look at how daily habits, exercise, sleep, and stress management work together with vitamin D to keep your testosterone strong. While vitamin D is a powerful key, it works best when combined with the right daily habits. Your lifestyle is like the soil in which your health grows. If the soil is strong, the seed will thrive. If the soil is weak, nothing can flourish. One of the most important habits is regular movement. Strength training, walking, swimming, or even light jogging can all help boost testosterone naturally. Lifting weights or doing resistance exercises 2 to 3 times per week is especially effective. It tells your body that you need strong muscles, and in response, your body produces more testosterone. Sleep is another pillar. Testosterone is produced during deep sleep. If you sleep poorly, your levels will never fully recover. Aim for 7 to 8 hours each night, in a dark and quiet room. Avoid heavy meals, alcohol, and screens right before bed. Creating a calming bedtime routine, such as reading or stretching, can make a big difference. Managing stress is just as crucial. Remember, stress produces cortisol, the hormone that blocks testosterone. Find ways to relax every day. Deep breathing, meditation, prayer, or simply walking in nature can lower stress and allow your body to focus on healing and hormone balance. Nutrition also plays a supporting role. A diet rich in lean protein, healthy fats, vegetables, and whole grains creates the foundation your body needs. Foods rich in zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D are especially important for hormone production. Cutting back on sugar, processed foods, and alcohol helps protect your balance as well. And finally, avoid the silent destroyers: smoking, excessive drinking, and sitting too much. These habits may seem harmless at first, but over the years they steal your energy, damage your circulation, and drag testosterone down. When you combine these lifestyle habits with restoring your vitamin D, you create a powerful formula. Your body begins to rebuild muscle, your mood improves, your sleep deepens, and your energy returns. It is not about chasing youth. It is about reclaiming health, confidence, and strength in the second half of life. Next, we will bring everything together in our conclusion, and I will give you a clear call to action for your next step. We have reached the end of this journey together, my friend. Let us take a moment to remember what we have learned. Low testosterone is not just a number on a lab test. It is a condition that affects millions of men after the age of 50. It takes away energy, muscle, sleep, intimacy, and even joy. But it does not have to define your future. You now know the truth about the mysterious vitamin D. It is not only for bones, it is a critical piece of the puzzle for men's health. With the right levels, your body can begin to restore testosterone naturally, giving you back strength, vitality, and confidence. Combined with healthy food, smart supplementation, exercise, good sleep, and stress management, vitamin D becomes a powerful ally. I want you to remember this. It is never too late to take back control of your health. No matter your age, no matter your current condition, you can begin today. Even small changes add up. A walk in the sun, a few servings of salmon, a daily supplement, an earlier bedtime, each step builds momentum toward a stronger, healthier you. If you found this video helpful, I ask you to take action right now. Press like and subscribe so you never miss the next lesson. And please leave a comment. Type the number 1 if you found this video valuable, or the number 0 if you did not. Your feedback helps me create better videos for you. And do not forget to share your age and health situation in the comments. I read every word, and your story may inspire another man who is quietly struggling. Together we can change the way men age. Together we can reclaim health, energy, and life.